Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is JJ and I run a crochet amigurumi business called Jj Crochets, and in this week's studio vlog we're going to be hardcore market prepping. If you have seen my previous vlogs you will know that I had a 3-day market event in Nottingham. It was the A-Up market and I had a great time. I actually sold out of all of my plushies apart from just 5, and I took over £3,000 worth of stock and was crocheting the whole time. If you haven't watched the video of the market day and the market breakdown, I will leave it linked down below and I'll try to remember to put it on the card. I did so well that I've got pretty much no stock left. I took some commissions whilst I was there because on the 3rd day I had practically nothing, so I had to get all of those done and out the way, and that was my last video. My last video is always linked in the description, so whatever video I posted before the one that you're watching is always down in the description. So obviously the commissions one where I make all the commissions that I got from the market is also down in the description. But that meant that for the first week afterwards I wasn't able to concentrate on market stock, so now I really need to hardcore prep for these markets because I have 4 markets in the space of 7 days. I have one on the 20th of April, the 21st of April, the 26th of April and the 27th of April. They are all separate ones. 3 of the 4 will be outdoor under my gazebo, so I do like to take advantage of the space that I have. That's kind of what I'm more worried about. The first one, which will be at the garage, is just a 6-foot table, and that's better for me because I can make it look more full. But when you've got a gazebo, like trying to space everything out when you don't have much stock is a struggle, so I need to get done as much as I can. I am expecting these markets to go fairly well. The garage is always a pretty good one for me. Like, the least I've ever made at the garage is £250. Maybe it'll be less this time because I won't have the stock, but we will see. But generally I will always make at least usually between 250 and about 300, maybe a little more. The one on the 21st of April is at Elsica, which I haven't done the outdoor one before. Thinking the outdoor one will probably be a bit better. I don't know in terms of like potential what I could make. So on Saturday the 26th is a makers market. I've never done this before, but I have heard good things about them. The last one is at Rufford Abbey on the 27th. I love Rufford Abbey. I love going there like with my children and everything, and I love going there as a store holder. The most I've made is £550 in one day there. So I've just got to work as much as possible. You may be able to see I've got my wrist support on because I have hurt my wrist a little bit by crocheting so much. I obviously did the custom orders. I have started on the market inventory. So far I've got 10 of each colour of the chubby frogs, and I have 10. I'm not too sure how many frog hats I've got. I haven't got one in the other colour because I don't currently have the other colour. I used the one ball that I had to make chubby frogs, so I need to make another order. If not, I'm going to have to do them in grass green, or may just make more of the lime ones and just have lime. I have got 4 pink axolotls because I've made a full pink axolotl, and then I've got 5 purple axolotl heads as well. Today my main focus is to do all of the axolotl heads so that they're all done, and also 2 octopus colours. Probably get through the more of the duckies in frog hats. That's the minimum that I need to get done. I do have other things to do. I need to prep my YouTube video for the weekend. It is currently Wednesday the 9th of April. I'm going to prep my YouTube video for the weekend, so that's done and out of the way. I'm trying to get ahead of editing so that I can just get on with inventory and stuff. So I just need to put it onto YouTube and prep it. Oh, I also need to pack an order because I got an order, and therefore I need to make some stuff actually because I obviously have no inventory. I need to see what they've ordered and make those things and then pack it, and I would really like to edit some short form content, so I've got a lot to do. It is 12:15 and I have baseball tonight as well, so I need to be ready to go to baseball for like 5. So I've got less than 5 hours basically to get on with all this stuff. So instead of rambling, I'm just gonna get on before I lose all time. So I have just uploaded footage from the market, a upmarket that I did. I thought I'd just let you know about this because this is actually so terrible. So at some point at the market, I think because it was so sunny and like everything was a bit hectic, I pressed a button on my camera which put it in slow motion. So a lot of the clips that I've got from the market day were in slow motion. Oh my gosh. So a lot of the things from the market day were in slow motion, and I have just realised that the breakdown that I did was also in slow motion. My breakdown that I filmed for like 45 minutes is useless and I need to film it again. Luckily it's going to be like, it won't be this Saturday, it'll be the Saturday after that this one's due to go up. That is now more things to do that will take away from market prep. I'm also now coming to the realisation that I think everything that I filmed in terms of making the custom orders will also be in slow motion. So that's an entire video filmed in slow motion. So I don't know how I'm gonna get around that. Whether I voice over a lot of it or there'll be some parts that I'll have to refilm. A lot of it, because it was of me making, will be okay because I'll just be able to speed it up. It just might make it a little bit glitchy because it's from slow motion being sped up. I'm not too sure. It might be okay going from slow motion to speeding it up actually because the frame rate is high rather than low when it's, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. My brain is just fried. I think this is going to have to be a problem for another day. I'll be able to edit most of it and it should just be the breakdown that is kind of like a bit of an issue, but this is actually dreadful. This is why I should check my camera often. The only reason I noticed is when I was going to edit a video, the one that's coming on Saturday. I did the outro in slow motion because I had to quickly film the outro for that one and the intro for my market vlog, and they were both in slow motion. That's when I realised. So since the market, everything that I filmed since day one of the market has been in slow motion, and in that time is obviously the breakdown for that video and then a whole video of me making all the commissions. So I'm hoping I can make something of it, but for now I need to just leave it alone and get on with this stuff. I'm definitely going to have to work extra at the weekend because there's so much to make. Even without that, this is not a problem to be having right now because I'm trying not to miss uploads whilst also market prepping so intensely. What is my life recently like? Life is just going in weird ways and I feel like everything is against me, but I'm trying to stay positive at the moment. I'll just have to film it again. The only issue I have is that I obviously did a haul of everything that I bought from the market, so I've got to do all that again, and that was about 45 minutes of footage. Because I've done it once, it might only take like half an hour instead. I really I feel like life is just throwing curveballs at me at the moment. A lot recently. The fact that I sold everything at that market, fantastic, but a huge curveball in the sense of, oh my god, now I've got no stock for my next markets that are literally in 3 or 4 weeks after that market, and I had to focus on all the customs and everything first. In my personal life, there's curveballs being thrown at me all the time. I can't believe it's in slow motion. The video, because it's in slow motion, is literally over 2 hours long, and there's no audio to it, so it's not like I can even try to speed it up or anything. I just have to scrap it and film a whole new video. That's just a little bit like, that wouldn't be too bad, but it's slightly more stressful for me because I need to round up all the things that I bought because I really do want to show them off. I want to support other businesses in that way. So that's just highly annoying because everything that I bought is already got its place, and I bought plants and stuff, so to bring everything in, I did buy quite a bit of stuff, let's be honest. I did really treat myself that weekend, but I'm not going to dwell on it for now. I'm going to leave it, and I think I will re-record that at the weekend. For now, I have sorted out my YouTube video for Saturday, so that's all scheduled, that's all done and dusted. I don't have to think about that, and I'm not editing for a few days because I'm focusing on making. I am going to edit a bit to like give my wrist a break, especially because I have been suffering with it recently. I'm just going to try and forget about it for now and get on with crocheting because I've got so much to do. It's already 20 to 2. I haven't had lunch yet. I need to have something to eat. fairly soon. I'd rather have a late lunch because I've got baseball. Then I'm not going to have my dinner until about 9:30 by the time we get home. For now, I'm just going to forget about it. Even though I'm stressed, I'm going to forget about it and I'm going to get on with crocheting some axolotl heads. This week, from now until probably Sunday, I'm going to focus on just crocheting to the point of where I need to put like eyes and everything. I'll probably fill that box up of small items, and then next week I will be finishing them all off and stuff. But for now I'm going to get on with making some axolotls. So it has been a few days, and what have I done since the last time I updated you? I started making a cardigan. I literally have no stock, and this is what I'm spending my time doing, making a cardigan. I don't have the time for this right now, but this is what I have been doing. Made half of it, need to make the other half, and then attach it all together. I'm gonna do an outline on it and stuff, maybe add some length, but I'm not too sure. I think I might keep it cropped so that it's nice for summer. But that's not what this channel's about. Well, I guess it's crochet, so it counts, but it's not amigurumi. What else have I done? Have I made any plushies? No. So I need to get back on with that. Before I do, two things. Number one, I said I had 4 markets coming up at the end of April. That has now changed. I have 2. I have cancelled 2 of the markets, the Garage Chilwell on the 20th and the Elsker Heritage Centre on the 21st. So I've got a little bit more time and less stress now that I'm not doing those events, and instead I'm just doing the Makers Market on the 26th of April and Rufford Abbey on the 27th of April. So that really reduces the stress that I feel. I still have no stock, so I still need to get on with that. Obviously I have this almost full box of half-made items that need the eyes in them. So if I finish those up, I would have an okay. No, I wouldn't have an okay amount of stock. I would have some stock. I do desperately need to get on. But before that, number 2 of the things I need to tell you is that I got a yarn order. I ordered some yarn from Wool Warehouse, so I thought I'd show you what I got. Mostly green. So I got one black. I didn't really need black, but I wanted to see the quality of this because I find that some blacks are... the quality is just not always as good. At least now I have that in the Yarnsmith yarn. I bought one of Pale Lilac. This is a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. I essentially wanted this to replace this, and I'm not sure if this is going to be too light. I might, next time I make an order, get like the next shade and see. This would be good for axolotls, but maybe just a little bit too light for the turtles. But I always find that the Wool Warehouse colour swatches online don't always resemble the actual colour too well. So I have to buy like one of a colour at a time when it's like the first time getting it, so that I can sort of check it and not waste loads of money. For now, I've still got loads of the Yarn Art Dolce purple. I got some more crochet hooks for the crochet hooks I make. 2 of the like avocado-y colour, what do they call this? Celery. I use these for chubby frogs. I've only got 3 balls of it down there, which doesn't sound bad, but I sell a lot of the frogs. I got 6 balls of the dark sage. This is a new colour from Yarnsmith, and I have decided that this one is going to replace my forest green that I use from Yarn Art Dolce because the yarn quality isn't quite as good as this one. So this will be the new green for the forest frogs and the duckies in forest green frog hats. that is what I'm going to use that for. I'm just going to really quickly put all this away and then actually going to open one of these up straight away and start on frog hats for the duckies in frog hats, and then just doing some editing for my next video, which is the A Up Market video that I'm currently editing. I'm going to put these away and then get straight on. So I just finished putting in some eyes to some of my items, but not all of them because I have run out of 12mm eyes. So this is everything I got done. I got done most of the octopus, and then I got done all of the frog hats in the like forest colour, but that was it. So I also have this box 2/3 full of more items that just have no eyes in. So obviously I can't do anything with those until I have eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order some eyes now. So hopefully they will be here within the next few days, because it is Sunday the 13th of April today. And I've got just under 2 weeks until my next market, because my next market is Saturday the 26th. I also want to order some more yarn, as if I don't already have enough. I want to order some so I can make my daughter. Oh, maybe a bit better now if I actually open the blind. It's a bit overcast today. Usually if it's not overcast, it's really bright in here even when I close the blinds, but today it's very overcast, so just open the blinds. Sorry about that. But yes, obviously I need to buy those eyes very soon so that they arrive within the next few days, and then I can get those items done. I obviously will be making more items as well, but for now I think I'm kind of happy with these, and what I'm going to do is probably focus on making them all up so that I've got some market inventory finished and I can put it into my spreadsheet so I can just see what I've got and what's done. So then I can make a bit of a list of what I'm going to prioritise from then on, because I haven't made any sort of list because I sold everything at my last market, so I needed to make everything. So once I've got some stock, I'll make a list. These are only £8 items that I've started with. They are obviously going to be my priority at the moment because they're the items that sell the most. Once I've ordered some stuff, then I'll get on with making up the items that already have eyes in so that they're done and out of the way. And then as soon as the eyes arrive after I've ordered them, I pray, oh my god, what if they don't have any? I always have this problem when I go onto Tactile Craft Supplies and they like barely ever have them. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check that. Hoping that they have some so that I can get some. If not, that's a huge problem. Let's not panic about it until we know it's a problem. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I'm also going to order some more yarn because I think I'm going to make my daughter a hexagon cardigan. I showed you yesterday, I've started the second side, but I showed you yesterday half of a cardigan I made. My daughter was wanting to crochet too, and I asked her if she wanted a cardigan. So I'm going to look at the colours that they have on Wool Warehouse. I also am probably going to look at the Lily Sugar and Cream because I really want to make myself another type of cardigan type thing. I don't know what it's called. Sort of similar to like beach cover thing. So like a bit of a cardigan. They're usually like white and they're kind of netted type thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but crochet would be perfect. for them. You know, like especially when you like go to the beach and stuff and you kind of put this over top. It's not to keep you warm, it's literally just, I guess, to kind of like cover you up a bit. I want to make something similar to that, so when I've got like tank tops on and things like that, maybe even when I do go to the beach, I can wear it as just a bit of like a accessory, just a little bit of coverage. Obviously it's crochet, depending on what stitch I use. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going to make it up as I go. Try and find a pattern for that when I get to it. But obviously that's not the priority at the moment, even though I've been making a cardigan when I should be market prepping. And I've got all these ideas of all the things that I want to make. I want to make my son a little bucket hat. Did I show you in this video or the last video this bucket hat that I made? I don't want to make him this one because it's too holy, because it's a granny stitch. I want to make him one with a tighter stitch. Probably just a single crochet, so it'll take a while, but obviously he's got a smaller head than an adult. The cap that he has is like netted at the back, and my kids are blondies, so burn easily. I burn extremely easily. I am naturally blonde and my mum is ginger, and yeah, I burn incredibly easily. I do not tan. I mean, occasionally like my burn will go a bit brown, so yeah, I burn really easily, which is always a little bit of an issue in baseball season because I always end up having a terrible burn. I want to make him a hat. He also still doesn't have much hair yet. He looks bald, but he has got hair. It's because it's so fine and so light, but that's not part of the video. I'm just telling you that I'm gonna order more yarn because I might have a problem. But whilst I'm on Wool Warehouse, I'm going to have a look at the purple chenilles and see if there might be a better colour to match the purple that I showed you yesterday. I'm gonna get on. I want to check that Tactile Craft Supplies has the eyes that I need, because that's giving me anxiety just thinking about it. It has been quite a few days, maybe even over a week, apart from the clips that I filmed yesterday of putting in the eyes to some of my plushies. It's been a while since I've actually filmed, but I wanted to show you a yarn haul that I have. It's not actually of any plushie yarn, but it's for personal projects and I still wanted to show you. But before that, I thought I would just explain a little bit. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to scrap any footage, but a lot of things have changed since the start of this video 2 weeks ago now. It is currently Wednesday the 23rd of April, and I think I started this video 2 weeks ago because there was only going to be a week until my markets. But basically, of the 4 markets that I had planned, I had cancelled 3 of them, so I haven't done any markets yet, even though I should have done one on Sunday and one on Monday. And I have also cancelled the market that is on Saturday, so the only market that I have is at Rufford Abbey, which is on Sunday. Rob will be doing that event for me because I actually had my first baseball game of the season, or at least the first league game of the season, because I've already played a few friendlies. I won't actually be there for that one. because I don't want to miss the first game, obviously. For the rest of this year, any weekend that I have a game and also have a market, I think for all of them Rob will be doing them. I'm pretty sure I went through all of the dates and checked them with my mother-in-law that she could have the kids, so Rob could go and do the market and I could play the games. I'm pretty sure that there was only 2 that crossed over, and they were both on days that were away games, and when they're away games you get less people able to go to the away games, so I know that I should try and be at those away games because they're already going to be pretty low on numbers. But that's just a little bit of a ramble. I'm gonna be honest, I have not been having a great time recently. The reason I've not really been filming is because I've had a really bad episode of DPDR, which is depersonalization, derealization. I have struggled from both, but mostly struggled from derealization. Comes and it goes sometimes, but occasionally I'll have a longer period of it. Sometimes I might just have it for like a day or so, but I've literally been in this constant state of derealization for 2 or 3 weeks, just slowly getting worse and worse and worse, and then like the last week or so has been head first in the sand with it. So it's not been great. I can still pretty much like function perfectly fine. I don't know how to explain it. I guess mentally it just puts a bit of a block in the way. So I haven't been doing as much work as I should be doing because I've just been trying to look after myself in different ways. I've been doing a lot of reading. I guess being able to put my head in a book of someone else's world helps a little bit, I guess, because my own world doesn't really feel real right now. But just been like getting on with personal life and just doing the odd thing, taking it easy more than anything. I've still been working, but I haven't been really filming much because I've been getting on with some editing. I needed to finish my A-Up Market video editing because obviously the outro to that was filmed in slow motion, so I had to like redo that, and then that took a really long time to edit because it was 50 minutes of footage. There was a lot of pop-ups, but that is already up, so if you haven't watched it, please do. That would have been 2 videos ago now from when you see this one, but I'm doing fine. If you've never experienced DPDR, or you might not even know what it is, basically just feels like the world around you isn't real, or at least that's derealization. It's not that my body doesn't feel real, the world around me just kind of feels a little bit foggy. I don't really know how best to explain it in simple terms, but I'm alright. I can still function, I can still do everything. You just kind of get a bit lost in the process, and you just need to take that time to live a slow life for a bit. So that's why I've been doing quite a lot of reading, because it's just something that I really want to do. I might as well do what I want to do, so trying to force doing things I don't really want to do. I've been listening to audiobooks as well, which is nice because I haven't listened to audiobooks for, well, ever. I also set up my Kindle. Even though I've got so many books, I decided, well, my mum gave me her Kindle basically because we don't have the storage for loads and loads of books. I'm already overfilling with books, and sometimes the Kindle versions are cheaper, so at the rate I'm getting through books at the minute, it's becoming quite an expensive hobby basically. That's why I've also got Audible, so then I can listen to that while I'm working, and I got the Kindle because some of the books are a bit cheaper doing that, and it also means that I haven't got the physical copying. Because I crochet, sometimes I get hand cramp down my thumb, so holding a book, sometimes I get a bit of cramp. So it's not ideal because I'm just taking a break from one hobby that gives me cramp in my thumbs and replacing it for another basically. But I don't really want things to get soppy or anything. I don't want to completely scrap the rest of the footage. A lot of things have changed. Maybe it would have been more ideal if I sort of kept you in the loop on the way there, but I didn't and can't change that. So I thought just a little bit of a update would be helpful. I have been working, not as much as I should have, but quite a bit. I've got a lot of things down here which I will show you in a minute, but first I'm going to show you my yarn haul. I actually got this yarn in maybe about a week ago, maybe a little less than a week ago, but I wanted to save it to show you guys because it's not anything that I've actually started. These are all for personal projects. So I've got quite a few of this Lily Sugar and Cream. Being dyslexic is not working in my favour right now. Sonoma print? Sonoma? This. this is what I've got. It's this lovely colour basically. Can't read. It's just this like beigey colour with some brown, green, orangey brown running through it. So with this, what I'm planning to do, I got 5 of these, I think. I'm planning to make myself some sort of cardigan type thing. I suppose a bit like a beach cardigan. I don't know what pattern I'm going to go with yet. I know what I'm trying to envision, and basically just something that's really light for when we get into the warmer months, so that I've got the feeling of the coverage without it really adding any weight to me. Sorry if you could hear the dog grumbling. But I want to make something like that. I bought some of these. I want to make my friend Diavion, who you would have heard of, well, if you've watched my A Up Market video, and I want to make her a bag. So this is key lime pie, just like a white and green. I hope the exposure isn't too bad on there. Then I've got these. I've got 5 of these. This is Spring Swirl, and I want to make myself a market bag. I may try making myself a bucket hat. It is not something that I'm going to go out in public in, I can tell you that now, but just for when I'm on the garden and stuff, maybe. Something easy, because I do have a cap, but it is my baseball cap, and that's quite tight round my head because I've got big hair, so I thought maybe if I made a bucket hat. I'm a natural blondie, I burn really easily, and because I've got dreadlocks, I've got all the partings in my hair. When exposed to the sun, sometimes I can get a bit of like sunburn in those partings. It happened when I was a kid as well. I actually remember going on holiday and getting some braids in and getting sunburn in between each of the braids. If I don't cover my head, then that happens. I also got a couple of these. This is Rick Rack Ombre, and this is to make my son a bucket hat. Also bought 2 of these, and I'm going to make my daughter a hexagon cardigan. I went for this purples and pinks. That's everything I got. I'm going to show you what I have done. So firstly, this is the stuff that is not complete. Everything now has eyes in as of yesterday. I've still got some axolotls to complete, some octos, and then some duckies in frog hats in there. And then this is a box of everything I have completed, but I've done a lot of frogs, about 10 of each. I think I've got 20 duckies in frog hats in the forest green. I'm not going to have that many in the lime green, so maybe I'll get on with some more. I know I've done 10 turtles because I did 6 mint, and then I only had 4 of the heads left. I need to make some more heads. I do need to make some more bodies, but I've got absolutely no heads left for the turtles. And then I did do a few octos in these colours, but that is almost a full box full, so at some point I will be needing to tag these items up and put them onto my pricing spreadsheet so that I can have a better idea of the numbers that I've got. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't got a fucking Scooby how much stock I have. At the moment I've got 20 minutes left. What I was gonna do was listen to my audiobook and make a cow, mostly because I wanted to film it for a reel, because I really want to get back on my social media game, but I don't have enough time to do that, and I don't really know how long the call will go on for. I know it's booked for 40 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be 40 minutes, and then I need to leave before 1 because I've got a hair appointment today to get my dreadlocks cleaned up a little bit and just maintained. Once I come back from that, I'll have about 2 hours until I need to get ready for baseball, so I might not be making that cow today. I've got some other recording to do. I still need to record the intro and outro to Commission's video. I feel pretty thrown off. I guess that kind of makes sense with everything that's going on in my brain recently, but I'm just trying to think what I should just get on with, but I don't want to think about it too much or I'm going to waste time. The thing is, I could start a cow and hopefully finish it later when I come back. That is an option, but I know that I really need to record those videos. So you know what? I think I'm not going to do a cow at all. I might film myself making a cat, just a plain grey cat. That would only take me like half an hour. I really struggle with decision fatigue, and when I'm not doing great mentally, I just can't do it. I just can't. From the first decision I've made of the day, I've already got decision fatigue, so it's really difficult for me to make decisions. So this is why I made a plan yesterday of what I was going to do today, but I had forgotten that I had an appointment with my personal trainer. I'm going to use my old phone to record it, even though this phone is better quality camera, not by that much though. I want to listen to my audiobook. So I suppose that takes priority. I'm going to get on with making a cat and stop talking because I'm just procrastinating. So it has been a while since I have filmed for this video. In typical me fashion, I forgot to film an outro to the video, so here we are. This is the outro. By the way, I feel much better now than I did in the last talking segment of this video. I'm feeling much better. I'm not really experiencing much derealization now, and haven't been for like maybe the last like week and a half, because it is now the 10th of May today, so it's been a while since I recorded for this video.
You recording? Yeah, get tea sorted. Oh wait, no, they're missing any sausages.
Oh, we could have sausages and gravy. Oh, now I'm dizzy.
Oh, let's go the other way.
No, gravy. I actually had a baseball game today, so it's 6 o'clock, which is crazy because, well, it's not crazy that it's 6 o'clock, but it's crazy that I'm still able to film an outro at 6 o'clock in the evening. That really helps now that I'm into baseball season. I'm not working as much at the weekend, but at least in the evenings now when I am working, I can film more because it's better lighting, which is great. I actually had a baseball game today. I have another baseball game tomorrow, so it's getting pretty busy. I will have baseball games most Sundays from now on, and then around half of the Saturdays. I don't know what that means in terms of making content and stuff. I'm hoping that in the week I'm still able to make enough content that I can still get a video out every week. It's just that baseball does take up quite a lot of time. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to get a video out every week, but we will see how that pans out. Right now, everything's fine in terms of videos and stuff. This is where I'm gonna leave today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for getting this far into the video. I know it's on the longer side. There was quite a lot of me rambling and talking about not so relevant stuff, but I have decided to keep some of that in there, like about the dissociation and that, because it's very real life for how things can change when you're running your own business and you're struggling with mental health. But luckily, as I said, I'm feeling a lot better now. Also, I am wearing the cardigan that I showed you earlier on in the video. It's finished and I'm super happy with it. It's like cropped. Not really, it's not like cropped, but it's not too long, and I'm really happy with the sleeves and everything. And I did some decreases towards the neck as well in the granny stitch and in the single crochets that I did as well, just to sort of help with the shaping, and I am so happy with it. I also have my friend's hexagon cardigan that I made a while ago, and I'm just making some alterations to that so that it fits her a little bit better. That will probably come in the next video actually, but this is where I'm leaving today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for getting up until this point. I know that this is a longer video for me. My videos are usually like under half an hour, but this one will be around 40 minutes, so thank you so much for getting to this point, especially because I had a few little rambles in this video and spoke about some less relevant stuff, or at least not relevant to crochet, but it is a real side to running your own business when you struggle with mental health issues. Most of the time I'm okay, I just happen to have a little bit of a wobble for a few weeks, as I said in the last talking segment with the dissociation that I was having, but I am feeling much better now. I've had a little bit of a break from recording, but I will be starting a new video soon. The next video that you'll see on this channel will be the market video from Rufford Abbey. Rob actually went to this market for me and he vlogged the whole day, so A star for effort from him. I haven't edited it yet, I haven't really watched much of the footage. I need to get on with that, but I am getting a new laptop. I ordered a new laptop today. I have a PC in my office, but you might have been able to hear in my videos before that it literally sounds like it's going to take off when it's turned on. I've had to turn the computer off to record this video because it was so loud, and even with editing I can't remove the sound anymore because it is getting louder and more obnoxious. I'm very excited because having a laptop also means that I'll be able to work in different spaces as well. I'm quite looking forward to, on my Wednesdays, maybe sometimes going to the library and things like that, and that'll be arriving on Wednesday, but I will talk more about that in a future video. Please do give this video a like if you enjoyed it. For those that have made it until this point, I'd really appreciate if you could leave me a yarn emoji in the comments down below, since I had some pretty big yarn hauls in this video and I did finish my cardigan, which I am so proud of. It would be great to see who made it this far. If you want to see more studio vlogs, and if you don't want to miss my next video, which is a full market day vlog, Rob filmed the whole day with updates and everything, and I will also be doing a breakdown for that video as well. So that's where I talk about my best sellers. I tell you how much we made at the market, I tell you how much it cost and everything, so you have a better idea of how much profit I made, general overall thoughts of the market and whether it's like worth it and things like that. If you want to hear about that, if you don't want to miss that, then please do subscribe, and I hope that you stick around. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!